What if I told you that Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious creator of Bitcoin, may not be missing? What if he didn't disappear? What if he didn't die? What if he didn't walk away from crypto at all? But instead, he simply changed direction. Today, we are not here to make claims. We are not here to accuse anybody. And we are definitely not here to say this is fact. Today, we are here to investigate a theory. A theory that has quietly circulated for years. A theory that most people brush off instantly. And a theory that becomes more interesting the deeper that you look into it. The simple question is this. Could David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, be Satoshi Nakamoto? So let's investigate. Before we get into part one, a quick thank you to the sponsor of today's video, which is Tangem. Tangem is the cold storage solution I personally use to store my crypto securely offline. No cables, no batteries, no complicated setup, just simple, secure cold storage. There's also a 10% discount available when you use the link in the description of this video. And that stacks on top of any seasonal discounts Tangem may already be running. So if you've been thinking about upgrading your crypto security, check out the link in the description and grab the discount while it's still available. All right, let's get into it. Before we even touch on David Schwartz, we need to understand why Satoshi Nakamoto still matters today. Satoshi Nakamoto appeared in 2008 with a white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. That single document solved the double spend problem, introduced proof of work, and launched the first successful decentralized currency. It changed global finance forever. Then Satoshi vanished. No goodbye, no media tour, no victory lap, no attempt to monetize it. And here's the part that still blows people's minds. Satoshi controls over 1 million Bitcoin untouched to this day. At today's prices, that's tens of billions of dollars just sitting there. No movement, no selling, no panic, no greed. Who does that? Somebody who was never in it for the money, who understood human psychology deeply and knew power is greater than profit. This wasn't a hobbyist. This wasn't a random coder. This was somebody exceptional. Which brings us to the real mystery. If Satoshi had that level of brilliance, did he really just disappear or did he evolve? To understand the conspiracy, you need to understand the man. David Schwartz, the Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, one of the original architects of the XRP Ledger, a cryptography expert dating back to the 1990s, known also online as Joel Katz. Long before Bitcoin existed, Schwartz was working on distributed systems and designing digital value transfer models. And this is critical. Very few people alive in 2008 had a skill set to invent Bitcoin. We're talking about cryptography, networking, economics, game theory, incentive design, and human behavior. That narrows the list down dramatically. David Schwartz is on that list. Does that mean he's Satoshi? No, absolutely not. But it means he could have been. And that's where the conspiracy begins. Let's talk timelines. Bitcoin's white paper is in 2008. Bitcoin's launch was 2009. And Satoshi disappeared in 2010 to 2011. Now here's what David Schwartz was doing before and during that period. Already a veteran cryptographer, already designing decentralized systems, and already thinking about digital scarcity, and already solving problems Bitcoin was praised for solving. This wasn't new territory for him. In fact, some would argue Bitcoin was primitive compared to what came later. And that raises a fascinating question. Was Bitcoin the final product, or was it the first prototype? Now let's enter the murkier waters of speculation. Some conspiracy theorists have compared Satoshi's forum posts, Satoshi's emails, and David Schwartz's explanations and technical breakdowns. The similarities people point to are calm, the measured tone, teaching mindset, precise language, no emotional outbursts, it's dry and subtle humor, and zero ego. Again, this proves nothing. But it does raise eyebrows because most tech founders love attention, love credit, and love being seen as visionaries. Neither Satoshi nor David Schwartz fit that stereotype. One of the strongest arguments against this theory is that David Schwartz has openly criticized Bitcoin. High fees, slow transactions, and energy inefficiency. So how could he be Satoshi? Conspiracy theorists counter this with saying if you were Satoshi and Bitcoin had become politicized, tribal, ideological, and slow to evolve, would you defend it forever? Or would you move on and build something better? And here's the key idea. What if it was never meant to be perfect? What if it was meant to prove decentralization works, wake the world up, break the monopoly of money, and then be replaced? That doesn't make Bitcoin a failure. It makes it phase one. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the XRP Ledger. Fast, cheap, scalable, energy efficient. And Bitcoin, minutes per transaction, high fees, massive energy usage. The XRP Ledger, however, is seconds per transaction. It's fractions of a penny. It's got minimal energy costs. And some conspiracy theorists argue Bitcoin proved decentralized money. XRP refined it for global use. And again, this is just speculation. But it leads to an uncomfortable thought. What if the creator of Bitcoin later realized its limitations? What if they decided to do it right the second time? Let's talk psychology here. Why did Satoshi disappear? The possible reasons are legal protection, political protection, avoiding centralization, or avoiding cult worship. And maybe he just wanted Bitcoin to stand on its own. Now think about this. If Satoshi stayed public, Bitcoin would have had a leader, a figurehead, a single point of failure. By disappearing, Satoshi made Bitcoin unstoppable, made it leaderless, and made it immune to character attacks. That's not an accident. That's a strategy. The same strategic thinking seen in monetary design, network incentives, and long-term decentralization. The same kind of thinking David Schwartz is known for. Coincidence? Maybe. Let's be clear. Here's why David Schwartz probably is not Satoshi Nakamoto. He has explicitly denied it. The timelines don't align perfectly, and other candidates also fit the profile. Being Satoshi would expose Ripple to massive legal risk. There is no cryptographic proof, and in crypto, proof matters. No keys, no signatures, no confirmation, which means this remains a theory, not a claim with any kind of substance that can be proven. So why does this theory persist? Because David Schwartz fits the intelligence profile. He fits the technical timeline. He fits the temperament, and he fits the philosophical mindset. And because Satoshi's disappearance created a vacuum. And humans hate unanswered questions. And crypto is built on mystery. Maybe the real question isn't, is David Schwartz Satoshi Nakamoto? Maybe the real question should be, would we even want to know who Satoshi Nakamoto is? Because once Satoshi becomes a person, the myth dies and the magic fades. Satoshi may have understood that better than anyone. And if Satoshi is still alive today, he may be laughing quietly, watching the world debate, while the system continues to run exactly as designed. So let's bring this home. Is David Schwartz secretly Satoshi Nakamoto? Probably not. But is this one of the most fascinating theories in crypto? Absolutely, I think it is. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Satoshi is still alive, still active, and somebody we already know? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy deep dive crypto investigations like this, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and drop me a comment down below if you want more conspiracy breakdowns just like this. Because in crypto, the truth is often stranger than fiction. I am not a financial advisor. This video is based solely on my opinion on what I am personally doing in this market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below and in the descriptions are affiliate links, meaning I may get a commission, but it will be at no extra cost to you. Please remember that under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description and also at milkshakematty.com. This content is for educational and entertainment only, and I am not a financial advisor.